Mághana, and welcome to another edition of R.F.N, your weekly news nationwide.
This week our nation has had a lot of new experiences with more people and religions that have appeared around us.
First of all, new bandits have arrived to Iadithis. Aja Jabril and Nasty Balls. Sadly, after being killed by Dorian, one of the nation's bounty hunters, Aja has left the server without further public notice. We'd like for our viewers to not make more of a fuss of this situation, though.
Our nation has also seemed to get new neighbors north and south of us, with the appearance of Falconox in the Mesa biome from Tyrion the Burrows and Iaddithis in the eastern part of the Calascan Sea, an openly xenophobia-free state for monsters and different non-human creatures located close to Cnanica.
Speaking of Cnanica, a whole family of 7 people of the Huron race have recently moved into the town. They are known as the Carnaros. This has been a big positive event for the town's growth. Furthermore, this weekend we had a training exercise for the Faltítvars citizens and soldiers. This was organized by Ikodal Goblin and scheduled by PainitePixal. We are proud to announce that lots of people joined this exercise and that it was the first of many to come.
We announce as well that a new political party has been created by Alan Becker. Its name is Sin Enin Metraomul, and it centers itself around progressiveness and a new constitution, as well as other policies that we will discuss with the party leader next weekend.
There have also been threats of war this week between the states of Ethnos and Liberum. They've had some continuing border conflicts that have sparked this war. Vertican himself has even hinted at intervening in this war due to the constant conflicts occurring in the northwest of the world. Following suit, many nations such as Jarvik, Avicen, Tinu, and Solaris have since declared a crusade of sorts against the northwest. However, recently Deathhorse has revoked this declaration of war, so the situation regarding the war and the crusade remains cloudy.
Lastly, we reviewed the recently revealed census results. As many may expect or know, our nation and our capital are still up at the top, as well as Christianity, the national religion. Hello, Moss, and thank you for letting me interview you.
It's a pleasure to be here, or to have you here, rather.
Well, so first off, you've been made equal relatively recently. We would like to know what are some of your responsibilities in such position?
Uh, Mainly as Ikadal, I'm serve as the advisor and, in essence, right-hand man to Biram Heidel Eldron. Uh, I honestly, the being assigned to the position came as a total surprise, and I was barely ready to. I wasn't even fully aware of the responsibilities that I would have, but as of now, seeing as things are relatively stable, there's not been too much to advise on or that I've been requested to assist with yet.
That must be kind of stressful, mustn't it?
Uh, it was at first, especially since it was completely unprepared for and seemingly came out of nowhere. But when I was offered the position when Vic actually r- one day messaged me saying asking if I'd be interested in the position, explaining that him and Eldron had already discussed it. And it came as a total surprise to me, but after, thinking it through for a few minutes, I decided, since considering Vic had been looking to retire for a while, I might as well accept the position and do what I can to serve the nation.
So, what are some of your other titles?
I'm currently serving on the Tyreed Hodel of which and that position also at the same time I was applied to that position and Minister of Defense at the same time, funny enough, and I was appointed to it by Eldron as a sort of mainly due to the letters regarding military tactics and theory to him that we've had been exchanging for a brief period of time, especially with some of the letters reaching up to about 25 pages long. Additionally, I also run the Goblin and Co. company, which mainly focuses on wool and leather production, any sort of animal product.
Do you like to yeah, developed on those first titles that you said?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah. The serving in the parliament essentially of Faltítvars is definitely been interesting because I get to look into the lawmaking process, and I've actually assisted in drafting several laws, probably the most notable one being the Ministry of the Crown Law, in which the many different departments of our nation were formed, such as the Ministry of Defense, which I actually am currently serving as the minister of. And especially with that position, it's mainly a peacetime position, as I myself am not a very skilled fighter, and my main job is funnily enough, building roads and infrastructure projects to essentially help with the movement of the military in case of a war.
also like to know what is your favorite color?
My favorite color's probably gonna be maybe a darker sage green.
Good. It is known how you relatively recently discovered runes from your people, goblins. How was that experience?
It was definitely an interesting one, as it came in two stages. The first being the discovery of a smaller shrine closer to the surface of the canyon, and but then after discovering that one, I began having strange dreams and nightmares that felt as if they were compelling me to go back into the canyon to continue my exploration. But upon looking around the general area, I didn't see anything. After digging some, however, I did actually discover a much larger ruins that had that beautiful statue and much more seating.
Do you could you tell us something about your race?
Uh, Goblins are definitely we're not very documented. Even I don't know much about us as a group, as we don't technically have parents, or at least that's the
Hmm.
theory that a lot of them propose, because they the original myth is that we emerge essentially from the void itself in the cathedral at Varshaad, and
Oh.
that are the shadows of caves and other canyons and such. We mainly believe our duty as a species is to defend the caves and underground systems of the world from those who would overexploit them or damage them.
Uh, Thank you for that. Do you have anything to add for everyone watching?
No, I believe I've said everything that is of importance and I feel needed to be expressed.
Well, that is all for this week. Thank you all for viewing, and we hope to see you in the next one.